guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary and high school age. Today I'm going to be sharing some of the summer science plans that I have for my youngest, who is going into 4th grade. When my older two, who are in high school now, were in the elementary years, we used to do a science intensive summer. And I kind of forgot about that as my older two got into middle school and high school, and my youngest started to do more elementary age work several years ago. And then last year, I decided that I was going to go back to doing this science intensive summer. Essentially what that means is that I am just focusing on science in the summer months with my youngest, and then we get her science completely out of the way and we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year. And so today I'm just going to share some of the resources that I plan to use for this science intensive summer. So the first thing that I have is this survival unit study from the Waldock Way. If you have not seen any of her unit studies, she has so many amazing options for history, for science. She has a lot of free resources. I will leave links for her shop in the description box in case you want to check it out. But I saw this survival unit study and I thought that it sounded really cool. And the reason is because it is actually based on all of these books by Bear Grylls. It's this adventure series, Bear Grylls Adventures, and we have all of these books, and I purchased these books, the whole series, years ago. And so this unit study uses all of these books. So I thought that this would be a great option for Lucy. She has not read these books yet, but my older two have obviously already read them and they really enjoyed them. So I'm really hoping, these are not all of the books. I think there are maybe 12 books total. There might be 15. I just grabbed a few off the shelves in Jack's room. I actually need to move them downstairs, all of them, and have them organized for this unit study. So the way that it is laid out is there are some required resources, books, games, videos, additional activities, and then you have your table of contents. So each section is, well, the first few sections are just kind of an introduction, but then each of the main sections of this unit study are based on one of these books. So we'll read the book and then we will do the activities associated with the specific challenge. So this is challenge 1, and the lesson plan, there is a QR code, there's a playlist, a YouTube playlist, and then it is going to be based on this book, the Blizzard Challenge. And so it tells you which chapters to read and then the different activities that you're going to work on each day of the week. And so I feel like this is a really great unit study for science. I thought that Lucy would have a great time. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get through this entire challenge because there are so many books. So it's just going to depend, but this is going to be the big focus for her science this summer. Then in the back, there is some survival trivia and how to do knots. So we have that. So that is the first thing. And then these other unit studies, these are all from the Waldock Way, and they were free printables that I got from being subscribed to her email newsletter. So she sends out a newsletter each month and has free printables for the month. So if you're looking for some free resources, that is a great place to start. So we have the summer solstice and a word search and a word match, the seasons, and what I'm actually going to do is pair a lot of these Usborne beginners books with these little unit studies because I have all of these Usborne beginners books from previous science units that we have purchased from Sunlight. The elementary science from Sunlight used a lot of these Usborne beginners books when I used to purchase Sunlight Science when Emma and Jack were in elementary school. I don't know if they still include a lot of these books, but we really enjoy them. They are easy to digest. They're are pretty colorful pictures and nice little facts throughout the books. And so we're going to be partnering these Usborne Beginners books with some of these little activities from the free printables that I got from the Waldock Way. So equinox versus solstice, solstice and five senses. And then the next unit is the life of a fish. And so we have the parts of a fish, ocean fun, all about fish. I obviously have not bound these yet. Fish habitats. So I will be using this Under the Sea book. I think I might also have another water book that will go with this. So these are just very simple little studies all about frogs, frog life cycle. And so I'll have the Tadpoles and Frogs book to go with that. And honestly, it's just really having some fun little activities to do for science for this summer. And then the last one is a butterfly unit, which we hatched butterflies last year, and I do not have, oh yes I do. And then we used this book last year as well, but we will read it again and do this little unit study on butterflies. And I actually have several other resources from Sunlight with regards to butterflies, because I did purchase the butterfly unit study from Sunlight last year, which we did, and we could definitely revisit that if we wanted to. So these are the science resources that I'm going to be using with Lucy this summer. I think that it will be a fun time. I'm really excited about going through these Bear Grylls books with her, and then utilizing some of these Usborne Beginners books as well. I have so many science resources because we used to purchase the Sunlight science packages every single year, right up I think until Emma was doing physical science. And so I have so many science resources that I realized I didn't need to actually purchase new things for Lucy. We will also be doing a lot of nature journaling. She likes to look for different insects and observe them, and she likes to find flowers and all of that stuff. So that is all going to be a part of her science intensive summer. And it is just something that has worked well for us. I think the reason is because when it's cold and in the winter months here in Maine, I just have no desire to be doing science unit studies in the winter. I don't like doing experiments. I'm fine with messy art projects, but for some reason I have a block on science experiments. So if we can do the bulk of science during the summer and the early fall months when it is beautiful in Maine, I think that that is the best case scenario for our family. And it is just something that works for us. Now I'm not doing a huge in-depth science curriculum with Lucy. I do not think that that's necessary in the elementary years. I think it's all about exposure for science and history, and that's really the most important thing. And then as they get into middle school and then again in high school, they'll revisit some of these concepts that they have been exposed to earlier on. We'll also watch documentaries, especially on rainy days, and potentially do more with chickens. We will see. But this is just kind of a peek into what we're planning on doing for summer science this year, and it just takes one thing off of my plate for the general homeschool year, which yes, we are year-round homeschoolers, but if I can remove something from, September through April, May, science seems to be the best thing, especially in the elementary years. So these are the science resources that we're going to be using this summer. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will leave links for all of this stuff in the description box if you're interested in checking it out. Even if you do not want to use the survival unit study, if you have boys or girls that love challenges and nature, these books are a lot of fun and pretty good early chapter books for elementary age. I think they're a lot of fun to go through. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys. Bye.